to a spectacle, a tremendous light show hyping up this crowd as they get set for this matchup here tonight. Welcome, the old horseshoe in the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. As we'll see a team from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on the #1 team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Hermstreet. Let's get this thing underway. Gophers will kick this away to get us going. Return starts from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So Ohio State's offense going to get the chance to start this game off. And Kirk, we check out tape on this offense. Your eye just goes to these highlight reel catches that this elite wide receiver makes again and again.
And you know, one thing that stands out to me is not only does he get these chances to make plays, but the defenses, they do their homework. And what they typically will do is put a couple defenders on him. And when they do that, that's when it opens up other aspects of its offense that they're going to have to be able to take advantage of today. Boy, another great throw and catch here by the Buckeyes, and it just makes you think how far this offense has come from the days of being known of 3 yards in a cloud of dust to now being one of the passing offenses in the country. Year after year, you go back to Cardell Jones and J.T. Barrett, all the way back to Troy Smith, and most recently with C.J. Stroud and Justin Fields. Just another great quarterback that we're watching here today for the Buckeyes.
Second down play coming up. Caught behind the line. It's Rodgers. It'll be enough for a first down, brought down at the 3. The Buckeyes come to the line to start a fresh. Using his legs, it's Peoples. He's tackled just short of the midfield line at the 49.
Great offenses are able to stay ahead of the chains, and runs like that on first down are exactly what I'm talking about. Now you have a lot that you can call here on this second down.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Dropping back, it's Sayin, looking for his back. Grab down the middle. It's Peoples. They bring him down, but a nice play moves the football to the 31 and a first down.
Well, it's so easy to get caught up in the receivers and the quarterback, and your eyes get lost. You forget about the running back. Nice catch and a first down for this offense.
First down here for this offense. Back now motion. Defense will have to adjust. Short pass finds the tight end. And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Second down after that previous play. They snap it. Quarterback looking to throw the ball. And off the deflection, it's caught. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
That's just great awareness here by this running back not to give up on the play. That ball gets deflected, but a good job having the awareness and the hands to be able to catch that ball and end up getting some positive yards.
Play number 7 on the opening drive, and it's 3rd and short. Looking to throw again. Making people miss. They're able to convert. Now it'll be 1st and goal at the 6.
But these guys clearly weren't even thinking about a field goal on this one. They know that field goals won't win a game like this anyway, so be aggressive. And now it's 1st and goal.
Buckeyes hoping to punch it in here. They have 1st and goal. Receiver in motion now. First and goal, handoff. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, the script from the offensive coordinator works perfectly here to get this game started for this offense. Great job of mixing up a lot of different looks to get a read and a gauge of what this defense is up to today, and you're able to put 6 points up on the board. Great start.
They're set now to try the PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. He's going to return it from near the goal line. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So the Minnesota Golden Gophers offense takes the field. The first chance we had to see them today. They will go up against a secondary, Kirk, that talks about the no-fly zone. These guys are confident in their ability to just lock down wide receivers and take away the opponent's passing game.
Seems like every year in college football, there's series around the country that want to brag that they have the best group of defensive backs. I think this defense and this secondary specifically has a very strong case with what they have to work with. The question I have is, how will the offense consistently move the ball against this group today?
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. He gains 9, so it's 2nd and 1.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. And he can't hold on right in his hands, and he dropped it.
Oh, man, for him to that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you just have too much time in your hands. You end up thinking way too much. Gets your hands a little shaky.
After the incompletion, they'll come to the line with 3rd and 1. And the quarterback set on the option. And they'll move the 6 on that one. It's a first down to the 42.
Defense is spread all over the field. Do a pretty good job here keeping him out of the end zone. Gets enough for the first down.
The Golden Gophers pick up enough yardage to keep this drive rolling. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. Defense is coming after him. Makes the catch. It's Taylor. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Made the catch, but he was surrounded, Kirk. Not much room to run.
That time of loud in space. I thought he might have a chance to be able to shake loose because he is so elusive. But defense, as you said, did a really good job in the open field surrounding him. Just nowhere for him to go to pick up any more positive yards.
Breaks in open space. They get him down, but the game moves the ball to the 37.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense loved to play the RPO game. And here early, they pick up some big yards.
And the Golden Gophers begin a new series here, 1st and 10. They'll hand it off. Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, I know it's not a huge gain. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Here's the 2nd down play. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. And it's caught on the crossing pattern. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
This is why running the football is so important. You run the ball, and then you go play action. And It affects the eyes of the safeties and the linebackers and frees up some space for the tight end to be able to pick up a nice gain.
They try to sneak it for the first.
Now, how about that? Good job by the offensive line. The quarterback, they pick up this first down here on 3rd down and 1 with the QB sneak. There are a lot of bodies crowding around that line, who's able to find just enough space to pick up the first down and a new set of downs.
Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. Back to throw. It's Lindsey. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. They stop him, but it's a first down. They bring him down, but the freshman quarterback showing off the arm strength.
It's really good timing here between the quarterback and the receiver. And how about the receiver field? Does a nice job of finding that open space in the zone of the defense. And as a defense, you're just basically throwing your hands up in the air because they had that covered relatively well. Just a good play call and good execution.
Powers through.
It's a really good, solid run. I know it's not the flashiest big play, but it's important for your offense to be able to get yards like that on early downs. You stay ahead of the chains, and it opens up the playbook for the 2nd and 3rd down coming up.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Handoff running right.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced in.
An important 3rd down conversion coming here in the red zone. It's 3rd down. Quarterback in the shotgun. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
Oh, my goodness. That looked to be the defensive back who came flying up there to put the pressure on the quarterback.
And the field goal unit coming on the field now. The kick is no good. After the miss, still down by 7.
Boy, this guy's usually more reliable than this. I thought that was going to be an easy field goal and 3 points, but instead, he misses, so you walk away with nothing.
Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Scanning the field. It's Sayin. Right by the receiver. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down, but instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Breaks into the clear. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36. Aggressive will they be on this first down play? Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. First down, looking to throw the football. Caught over the middle. It's Tate. They tackle him at the 48, but it's enough for a new first down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Well, Kurt, Ohio State has the lead here after 1. Let's check out the stats now through the opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the 2nd quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. The pre-snap motion from the offense. Jet sweep call.
That's a great job picking up that first down here, using the lateral quickness to do so. But let's make defense some credit here. They didn't let that play go any further, but they do have to be zeroed in because jet sweep again.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking for some space. It's Peoples. The sophomore with a strong tackle there.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
To throw, it's Sayan. Throwing for his running back. Grabbed near the sticks. It's Peoples. And make the tackle, but that play moves it inside the red zone.
The defense is spread all over the field, creating some one-on-one matchups, and the quarterback makes them pay for it.
The Buckeyes will line up on 1st and 10. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Catch made on the left side. Brought down at the 7. The completion moves him closer to the goal line.
Yeah, you know this defense has got to be frustrated after giving up multiple conversions now on first downs. There's another one, and they're just playing very efficiently right now.
The Buckeyes line it up with 1st and goal. Keep it on the ground on 1st and goal. And now the defense able to bring him down.
Chris, down here inside the yard line, these are tough yards to come by. Positive yards, good push inside there by that offensive line.
Offense facing 2nd and goal. Looks to his right and finds his man. Tackle after the completion, down at the 1-yard line.
Hey, the windows are so tight on these throws for this quarterback. Positive yards are a good thing here. Now it's 3rd and goal, getting so much closer to punching it in.
Gain moves the ball to the 1. 3rd down and goal. Trying to convert with a sneak. A field goal would make this a 2-score game, but they elect to go for it on 4th down. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. Oh, they've stopped him short. What a 4th down play, and they will take over on downs now. Takes the handoff. It's Taylor. And a decent gain there before the defense brings him down.
Setting the tone early with good runs like this can really wear defense down and keep the defense guessing. That's why some of the best coaches of all time have primarily done it with great run games.
And wow, listen to this crowd noise. This stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Back to pass. It's Lindsey. The pocket breaking down. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
I really like this call by this offense on 2nd and short. Looking to maybe take a shot downfield. Nobody is open, so instead, he's able to just tuck it, run, and pick up a nice 1st down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. 1st down. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. Get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Nothing better than an offense on 1st down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
Here's a 1st and 10 play. Takes the handoff again. And you'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
And the defense swarms, not much of a gain on that completion.
Wow, they get positive yards here. I have a sense that they wanted a little bit more of that pitch and catch.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Locates the tight end. It's complete. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down.
What a clutch play here by this offense to convert on third down. I know it's still early in this game, but the fact that they've dug themselves a hole to convert there and keep this drive alive, they got a new set of downs and a chance to dig into this lead.
Dropping back, it's Lindsey. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Brought down, but the gain moves the ball all the way to the plus 42.
Boy, we're just getting started here, and already you can feel a rhythm between the quarterback and the receiver. Nice job again getting back in the pocket, making a nice, accurate throw to one of his top targets.
The Golden Gophers have 1st and 10 here. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Oh, and it's incomplete. It was right in his hands, and he dropped it.
Well, that's everything you want to see from an offense. Great execution. The line gave the quarterback time. Quarterback makes a great read, throws it to his guy, and the receiver drops it. Now he's going to have to shake that off and get ready to make that next play.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 42. Looking to chuck it again. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Defense reacts quickly. A very short gain on the play.
And there's the tight end who shows off his hands.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On third down, he drops to throw. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Well, they go to the air to try to pick up this first down, but it just wasn't meant to be. Defense was ready, made sure to force them into this 4th down situation.
And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. He's on to kick it away, helping his team with field position. Not what he was hoping for. Instead of pinning the offense deep, it's a touchback. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. The last time they had it going, they got stopped on 4th and goal. They got to put that behind them now. Put together something here. They bring it down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Well, it's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs, and we're seeing another one right here.
Gain moves it to the 35, first down again. Makes the catch downfield. They make the stop, but he's in enemy territory now. First down to the 45.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything seems to be working. The coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and the rest of his receivers and running backs are executing. And frankly, this defense is showing almost no resistance.
Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down. They'll run it here. Running back has the ball. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss on the play.
Things just appeared to be a bit out of sync from the get-go on that one. Give credit to the front 7 of that defense for staying in the proper lanes and getting to the ball carrier, not let him dance around and make something out of nothing.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. And that run produces a decent gain.
It's not a huge gain here, but if you add up multiple runs like that throughout the course of a game, by the 4th quarter, you're going to start to see that affect the defense.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. To throw, it's Sayin. Pressure is coming. Contact as he let the ball go. Tackled quickly after the catch, but the ball moves all the way to the 30.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm by throwing together throughout those summer months. And man, it's starting to really pay off. He's become his security blanket for the quarterback, and especially on third down, get him the ball.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Quarterback drops back, probing the set. Grab down the middle. It's Smith. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. Sixth play of the drive coming up. Quick throw caught on the left side. Tackled, but forced down.
Man, Chris, everything seems to be clicking for this offense. And if they can keep this up through all 4 quarters, it could get really ugly by the 4th.
Buckeyes are in the red zone. And it's incomplete. Just missed the wide receiver there.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
Incomplete. 2nd down coming up. He'll hand it off. Fine for a loss of 1.
Well, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling him to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
9th play of the drive coming up. This is a tough 3rd and long. So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half. 9th play of the drive coming up. This is a tough 3rd and long. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Lets it go quickly. Oh, and he dives to make a beautiful catch there. And a quick timeout call by the offensive play.
Chris, when that quarterback threw that football, I didn't think that play had much of a chance. How about the effort by this wide receiver to lay out and come up with that completion for positive yards?
And he could not be stopped. Touchdown, Buckeyes. So it's still early, but this offense beginning to build momentum and build the lead now, Kurt.
As we've seen over the years, Chris, good teams know how to use the first quarter to establish the lead, the second quarter to increase the lead, and the final half just to hold on to it. They're following that blueprint perfectly, widening the distance between them and their opponent before we even get to the locker rooms.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And with the PAT, they take a 14-0 lead. So the offense gets momentum scoring before halftime. Now the kickoff. We'll see if the defense can get us top and preserve that momentum. And here's the return from inside the 5. And the coverage team brings him down at the 26. And they'll set up at the 26 for the first play of this drive. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And he drops it. Can you believe it?
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass you got to have to come up with and make a catch.
Second down play coming up for this offense. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. Oh, what a spin! Tackle made after a solid run by the junior. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the second quarter. That's an important first down on that running play. Lindsey, quick throw, testing the middle. That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play, brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, He's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Important second down play coming up. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. Throws to the tight end. Grab made near the sidelines. Good job keeping the foot in bounds. That'll be enough for a first down.
Well, it's a great catch near the sideline and does a good job of getting that foot down to secure the catch.
This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. He's looking to throw. Caught by the receiver. They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. The offense quickly spend a timeout here after the play.
This defense has got to be aware of these quick throws to these wide receivers. They're lucky he didn't come up with more yards.
Second down, we're going to throw it. Grab behind the line. It's Taylor. Ball carrier heads out of bounds, but the pickup is good enough to move the chains. First down.
Boy, it's one of the things I love about this running back. It's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. I can see here early in this game trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Incomplete, just 3 seconds left. Time for one more play.
Well, when you go against man-to-man coverage, you need some help from the quarterback. It's easy to look at the quarterback and say, why didn't you make this throw? But his intended target needs to get some separation against that man coverage to be able to open up the opportunity.
So just before halftime here, out comes the field goal unit. He missed it. Off target that time. Still losing by 14 after the miss. Miller's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leads with a big fat W. And on that note, time to throw it back to our guys at the stadium.
The Buckeyes will kick it off to begin the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Minnesota offense takes the field. They need to get things going here in the third quarter, already trailing by a couple possessions. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. It's incomplete. They waited all game for a chance to intercept one. Instead, it's second down.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
Second and 10 after the incompletion. Let's see what they can create here now to avoid a third and long. They trap him and sack him back at the 10.
What a play here by this defensive line. You can get so caught up in the flashy offense of Ohio State in recent years. But let's not forget, they still play defense in the shoe and have such great history and tradition with that defensive line play.
So here comes third and long, trying to overcome that sack. This is going to be really difficult. Here comes a handoff. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. They don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
And they've got the returner corralled. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. To the air, it's Sayin. Quarterback delivers quickly, a receiver on the screen. Nowhere to run. They'll corral him for no gain.
Well, sometimes these wide receiver screens, the quarterback simply needs to play the numbers game to the outside, and he can avoid these negative plays in the future. Pretty much that simple.
Getting set. Here's second down. And throws to the tight end. Falls incomplete, broken up by the defender nicely that time.
Chris, it's funny. I think this quarterback underestimated the athletic ability of this linebacker. He sees zone right away. He's thinking he's got some underneath ways to get the ball to his skill guys. But this linebacker steps in front of it and makes a heck of a play.
And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Deep shot toward the end zone. Oh, and he dropped it. The would-be touchdown could not come up with the football. Now it's fourth down.
Well, they come out firing here to start this second half. They didn't make this completion, but I think it sends a clear message to this defense that the adjustments that this offense is going to make is that they're going to be aggressive and they're going to look for their one-on-one opportunities.
They'll kick it away here. Oh, it landed at the 7 and bounced into the end zone for a touchback. And the Minnesota offense takes the field. Last time was a quick 3-and-out. Can they get a drive going this time? Quick throw over the middle. Diving grab. What a play by that receiver.
He just dove for the ball. Somehow he comes up with it. What an incredible play.
Game moves the ball to the 43. First down coming up. He's got it with room to run. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
Well, Chris, with this style of RPO, the quarterback has to do a really good job of staying on that ride with the running back to make sure that the defense is really up against the run before he can pull it out and throw the football. Here, it's a little further downfield, but the same result as far as the potential and the big gain coming off of an RPO.
They're going to run it here. And he will be stuffed for no gain.
My gosh, the defense was zeroed in on nowhere to go for the offense.
Now it's second down here. Swarmed by the pass rush.
That takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
Here comes third and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Finally decides to take a deep shot down the middle. Oh, and he can't quite hold on. A great chance for their first interception here today. But it's going to bring up fourth down.
Well, Chris, obviously they had to go through the air there to try to pick up this third down and long, but when you're so far behind the chains, you really allow this defense to dictate things, and it allows them to put pressure on your quarterback and can affect the timing, as we saw on this play.
And on fourth down, the punter sends it away. And off the bounce, that punt will roll out of bounds. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. They're trying to build on their lead. They were forced to punt on the last possession. Eludes a tackle. They bring him down, but a solid one there by the sophomore.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time runs. That makes them block just a little bit harder, knowing what he's potentially capable of doing.
Looking to pass. It's Sayan. He cannot escape. It's a sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
After the first down loss, it's second and long from the 17. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. And the defender gets a hand.
Well, the quarterback did all he could here to try to make this play happen, but a sloppy route by the receiver allows the defense to easily step in front and knock that ball away.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in 3rd and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Deep downfield to the left. Oh, he dropped it. Can you believe it? A huge gain slips through his hands.
And I was hoping he'd be able to hold on to that football. That would have been a big play there on 3rd down. Big decision coming up here on 4th.
The Buckeyes will have to kick it away. Looking to kick it away for the 2nd time. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And the Minnesota offense takes the field. The last time they were forced to punt it away. Can they get points out of this possession? Off the play fake on 1st down. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. It's dropped. Would have been a big play, but he could not hold on.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
2nd down after the incompletion. Looking to throw. It's Lindsey. Quick throw complete to the tight end. Receiver brought down after a short pitch and catch.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's one guy or 2 guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. It allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
The short completion of the tight end. And he picks up the 1st down before they get him to the ground.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the 2nd half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
The Golden Gophers lining up here on 1st and 10. Back to throw again. The receiver grabs it. What a move, and he's free. Tackle made after a big gain all the way to the 36.
Well, you could tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
Still looking for that elusive touchdown, but finally this offense is moving. 1st down and 10. Takes the handoff. It's Taylor. Makes a nice move there. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Quick throw, the catch is made. And he's brought down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Great execution on the RPO. Quarterback does a nice job as he's putting the ball into the belly of the back, making sure to read his key. This defense was determined. They came up to stop the run. Quarterback saw it, pulled it out, hit the quick slant right behind it for some great yards.
Caught over the middle. It's Tracy. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion.
How about the arm strength from this quarterback? He really didn't have any other option than to put it right in there and give it everything that he had. Great timing and a good job of squeezing that in between the defenders.
7th play of the drive coming up. Dropping back. It's Lindsey. Quick throw, testing the middle. He makes the grab. They make the tackle, but it sets for a 1st and goal from the 10.
Of course, boy, the defense has got to do a better job of being aware of the tight end over the middle of the field. Quarterback saw him open, made a nice throw.
A chance to get right back into this football game. It's 1st down and goal. And they're moving the receiver before the snap. Here's the handoff on 1st and goal. They test the middle of the defense, but get nothing.
That was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fix, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
No gain makes it 2nd and goal from the 9. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. That one falls incomplete for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Risky throw here on 2nd down. You know, small spaces down here can be an issue for any quarterback. Very interested to see what they call here on 3rd down coming up.
Great job by the defense so far. It's 3rd and goal from a long way out. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Catch made, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Minnesota! That's how you finish a play.
That's taking advantage of a matchup there, Chris, by the quarterback finding his receiver. He puts the ball up in the air where he can make a play on it, and they come up with that touchdown.
Now the try here for the extra point. PHC is good. They still trail, though. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. Be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. They were forced to punt it last time. Now they're looking to respond and add to this lead. Goes to his right side there for the completion. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker.
Nice play-action call here by this offensive coordinator. You know, you can freeze those linebackers just for a split second. Usually that's going to give you enough room to be able to get that tight end behind them. And if the quarterback can make a nice tight throw like this, pick up some big yards.
Ball handed off. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line.
Well, if he would have stayed on his track and stayed more to the inside, I think that play opens up for a nice gain. Instead, he's looking for the big play, bounces it to the outside, and there's just too much speed on that defense.
Crucial 3rd down play right here. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Looking to pass. It's Sayin. Grab near the sticks. It's Smith. Tackle right at the 30. Good enough to move the sticks.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the 2nd half. Get to a 3rd down, got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it, you convert, and you keep working that clock.
Buckeyes starting a new series here on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the running back. Jukes to get free. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
Offense getting set up. Here's 2nd down. And he'll set up to throw. Looking for his big tight end. What a catch! And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Just another great example, Chris, of an Ohio State quarterback and receiver combination being so dangerous. 10 years, I think Ohio State has been as consistent as anybody when it comes to the passing game and the efficiency that comes with it.
And check out how he's been spreading the football around between his targets, getting everybody involved in this game. One quarter to go. Let's see if this sets up as a classic finish. So here we go. First play of the quarter. The offense has a 1st down. And now the handoff. zero running room. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
The first real speed bump of this impressive drive. Offense comes up now 2nd and 11. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. And the jet sweep. It's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Boy, Chris, you talking about an alert defense? Sometimes that jet motion, it can create some confusion, get guys out of place. But not this time. Great play recognition by the defense on this play.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. 3rd and long. To the air. It's Sayin. Tries the right with a quick throw. Oh, and it's incomplete and very nearly intercepted. They wasted opportunity for a much-needed takeaway there.
Boy, this is all about the defense here. Nice stop here on 3rd down, but really it's about trying to get this offense behind the sticks. Once you get them behind the sticks, you can mix up your coverages, really affect the quarterback's eyes and disrupt the timing and the rhythm of what the offense is trying to do. Now we've got another big 4th down coming up.
That takes a big bounce and rolls all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the Minnesota offense takes the field. Looking out throwing here to start the drive. Grab down the middle. It's Taylor. They bring him down after a short gain there.
Well, playing with the lead, good job by this defense to keep the receiver in bounds. Try to keep that clock moving, trying to secure a victory.
That completion makes it 2nd and medium. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. The sure hands. It's Taylor. They tackle him at the 38. Solid gain. Nice play there.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the 1st down in the process.
Pass complete for a 1st down. The offense gets a fresh set of downs. On the ground, it's Taylor. He's brought down, but not before getting into enemy territory at the +47.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up the back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
This could be a dramatic finish, marching toward a tying touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. They tackle him, but the gain moves the ball to the 36.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback, then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Handoff here from the shotgun. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, let's give credit to the offensive line here. They went with a run blitz. The offensive line sees it, picks it up, gives them enough room to pick up some solid yards.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Looking to throw. It's Lindsey. Oh, they trap him for a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
Here they come on 3rd and long, trying to overcome that sack they gave up earlier. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Receiver makes the catch. Tackle made at the 21, but this offense is in great position to add more points.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert and come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Gets hauled in here over the middle. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
That's a good job here staying ahead of the chains. Good pickup here on first down. The quarterback hits the safety valve that time, the big tight end. That'll bring up a second and manageable here for this offense.
So here comes second down now. Every play important down here in the red. QB decides to keep it here. Running with purpose. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
We think about option plays, especially quarterback when he keeps the ball. A lot of times, it's a big explosive play, but sometimes it's just about getting what you can and keep the drive moving.
Great chance for the offense to tie the game. First and goal. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he fights into the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
And now the try here for the extra point. And FPAT gives us a tie ball game here in the final quarter. So after putting up a touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. Caught over the middle. It's Peoples. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion.
Hey, it's a gain, but you get the sense that this offense wanted a little bit more from that play.
Short completion there. Second down coming up. And on the carry, he's heading left. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Solid gain in the running play. Third down now. Scanning the field. It's Sayin. Looking for a man deep on the right side. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
What a hit there on third down. The timing was perfect, and now we got a big fourth down play.
The Buckeyes will have to punt this one away. And here's the return. And they finally stop him, but he found a nice lane in that return. Puts the start of the drive in good position. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Second down after that run on the previous play. On the ground, it's Taylor. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
That is called gap integrity. Nice job by this defense of taking away that inside run and then using their speed as the back tried to bounce that to the outside. There's just no room to run.
We come to the line, a long way to go for the first half, but needing this crucial conversion right now. And he'll drop back here on third down. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Defense wraps him up after a 6-yard gain, brings up fourth down. And the Golden Gophers will line up to punt it away. the punt will land in the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They're coming off a quick 3-and-out, so looking to put something together on this drive with a little more urgency. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
The offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
They lose yards on first down, so 2nd and long from the 16. Back to pass. It's Sayin. The receiver makes the catch. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. Tackle made with the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving his defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
Grab behind the line, it's Tate. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Well, it's a game of matchups. Always has been and it always will be, especially on the perimeter. And the quarterback believes his guy is better than their guy.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. And the wideout goes in motion. And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. Breaks loose at the 45. They stop him after a big gain. Move the ball to the 26.
Outstanding blocking on the left side of that offensive line. That's really what opened up this play. They did their job, and you can see the results. You burst open and get a big gain on the ground. If I were them, I'd keep going to that side and see how much more success they can have.
The Buckeyes with 1st and 10 here. Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. Brought down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
Positive yards at this point in the game are always important, especially now that you're starting to get well within the range of a field goal to take the lead. But if I'm this offensive coordinator and quarterback, I'm thinking about a touchdown here late in the game.
Buckeyes looking to cash in this red zone trip. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He'll be brought down just a few inches short of that 1st down marker.
I say that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Can he get there on the ground? Stuffed on 3rd for no gain. Going to be 4th and 1 now. Now the timeout is called by the defense. They've got some things to work out here. So on 4th down, it's an all-important field goal attempt. Hold your breath here. And that kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. And that will give them the lead here in the final minute and a half.
Boy, there's nothing more impressive to me than a kicker that can come through in the clutch. Gives them the lead here in the 4th quarter, but there's still time left for a final drive, so their defense will have to step up.
Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now. Fields it just outside the goal line. And he stopped at the 20, tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Back to throw. It's Lindsey. Short throw complete to the tight end. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. Now the offense here needs some big plays to give the kicker a chance here. The clock is a factor. They look to throw it here on 2nd down. Here's a quick screen to the receiver. Good execution. Gets a block and gets the 1st down. Offense needs points quickly here, trying to dial up some explosive plays. Let's see what they've got called. Looking for the wideout. Wide open downfield. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management's going to be very important here in the final minutes. Tight game, final 2 minutes. Can the offense make a play here? And they desperately need it. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. That pass is incomplete. Unclear who the intended receiver was that time. Here we go, trailing late in the game here. Serious urgency for this offense right now. He's back to throw again on 2nd down. The pickup is 4. Sets up a 3rd and 6 now.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the 4th quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
3rd down play coming up. To try a field goal from the air, it will be 62 yards. Throws it to the right. Very nearly intercepted. That would have been it. They got one final chance here on 4th down.
4th down now, and defensively, you're just asking these guys to make one more stop to seal the victory.
So here we go. Down 1 score. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw for the 1st down. And it's incomplete, and the drive will fizzle out here in the final minutes. So with the lead secure here, it's time to just take a knee, run out the clock, and plan the victory celebration.